cutting out plumbers, because this is so easy to do that anybody can do it. I'm yacked up on coffee, man. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have a quick DIY project today that I figure I'd bring you guys along in case you're dealing with the same thing. If you have a bad shutoff valve, whether it be under a sink, behind a toilet like we're going to do today, this is a quick and easy fix that I think anybody can do with some basic tools, a little bit of plumbing tools, and I'm going to show you step by step. We ended up replacing this toilet, and now due to the location of the shutoff valve, the pipe coming out of the wall, it's hitting the back of the toilet. And I can't open it all the way, and being that it's just open a little bit, it's dripping out of the shutoff itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut the pipe shorter, and I'm going to put this slip-on shutoff valve, 90-degree angle, and it's copper pipe, so it's going to slide right on. This will work for PEX tubing, CPVC, or copper. It wouldn't work with large white PVC tubing because that's too thick, but any of your interior residential plumbing, this should work for you. So let me show you how we're going to do this. Alright, so this is a push-on shutoff valve. Shark Bite is kind of the name brand in the industry, so if you hear somebody refer to these as Shark Bites, this is a different brand that Menards carries. They really function the same way. There's some knockoff brands, but you know, they basically just slip on, and then you tug on them and they lock themselves in. They bite onto the pipe. So what I have here, most residential plumbing is going to be a 1/2-inch pipe. So we have 1/2 inch to 3/8. Again, just check, verify your supply lines and the piping in your home. Make sure you're buying the right combination. I don't end up needing this part because we have a screw-on supply line. The first step with any plumbing project where you're going to tie into the water line, you have to turn off the main water supply to the house, whether that's in the basement, crawl space, outside at the road, wherever it is. You got to shut off the pressure to the house. Otherwise, when you cut that pipe, you're going to be swimming. Second part is you're going to want to relieve the pressure that's in the home after you've shut that pipe down. Generally, you want to find the lowest point faucet or maybe a hose bib outside, and just open that up and let that water drain down. If this toilet's on a second level, anything on the first floor is basically going to let that water gravity drain. So I've already done those 2 steps. Last step is we're dealing with a toilet, so I like to flush anything that's in the tank. And I always like to have a little bowl that I'm going to put under my workspace, because there's always going to be a little bit of water in the bottom of the tank and in this pipe, and this should catch it. Either that or a towel. So what I'm going to do first is take my original supply line off. You can see we got a little bit of water lost in the hose. Okay, so we're going to let that drain out for a second. So I have an auto-adjusting pipe cutter. They have other ones on the market where you actually rotate them and tighten it down every rotation. This does that work for you. There is a little arrow here, and that's the direction of the turn. So what I'm going to do is just clamp this onto the pipe, and I'm going to end up cutting off the supply line. Alright, you can see my problem is I'm touching the back of the toilet here, so I'm not able to open this old valve. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of line up where I want to put my new valve, and I want to cut it somewhere back here, and that's going to allow me enough room. You don't want to cut it too far back. Enough room to slide this guy on here and make a good connection, but still have clearance for this 1/4 turn shutoff valve. So, okay, so with this guy, I just end up spinning it. Alright, once you got it off, a nice square cut, you want to clean it up. I just have a pipe cleaner, some sandpaper, something like that would work as well. You can go on the outside of the pipe, clean off any paint or old corrosion. Make sure you don't have any burrs in the inside. This is one's a little tough to get to, but just clean that out there as well. So now that we got it nice and clean, ready to go, got all the burrs off of it. With this particular unit, it has a little C-clip here. The Shark Bite version doesn't have this, but it says take this off first. Then you're going to want to just seat this onto the pipe. A little center piece in there is going to line up inside the pipe. There we go. And you slide it on. Now we got this slid on, it engaged onto the copper pipe. We put this little C-clip back in here, and that keeps it locked in. And then the last step is just to reconnect our water line and turn everything back on and check for leaks, which should be good. Alright guys, so that was about a 15-minute project. Pretty easy if you have a couple of the right tools. Again, I prefer the Shark Bite over the brand that I just put in, so if you have an option, definitely look for that brand. But join us for more DIY stuff around the house here. Just hit subscribe, like the video, share it with somebody who's doing some home improvement stuff, and hopefully we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.